We live in a world that's constantly pushing us to move, to fix, to change, to run, to escape. But sometimes, God says, stay. Not because He's ignoring your prayers, not because He's forgotten you, but because the season you're in is exactly where He wants you to be right now. You might be praying for answers, a breakthrough, a door to open, but God hasn't moved you yet. Why? Because there's something He wants to teach you in the stillness. Sometimes, the lesson you need is not in the change of circumstances, but in the change of your heart. Understanding God's timing. One of the hardest truths to accept as a believer is that God's timing rarely matches ours. We see this all throughout Scripture. Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord." Waiting is not just about time passing, it's about trust growing. And when God tells you to sit with it, He's actually inviting you to build a deeper trust in Him. Think about Moses. He spent 40 years in the wilderness before God called him to lead Israel out of Egypt. Why? Because God was shaping him in the quiet, hidden years. If Moses had rushed ahead, he wouldn't have been ready. The same is true for us. God doesn't just prepare the blessing for you, He prepares you for the blessing. Why God keeps you in place. There are several reasons God might tell you to sit with it, to grow your roots. In Jeremiah 17:7-8, it says, "Those who trust in the Lord are like trees planted by the water. Their roots go deep, and they don't fear drought." If God moved you too soon, your roots wouldn't be strong enough to handle the next season. To reveal what's inside of you. When you're still, your distractions fade, and your real heart condition comes to the surface. God can't heal what you keep hiding under busyness. To teach you to depend on Him, Israel had to camp in the wilderness, exactly where God told them, sometimes for days, months, or even years. The movement of the cloud and the fire was God's signal. Until it moved, they stayed put. Numbers 9:17-23. This taught them to look to God for every next step, to let you process pain before the next step. If you rush out of a hard season, you carry the wound into your future. God sometimes sits us down so we can heal fully before we move. The challenge of sitting still. Waiting doesn't mean doing nothing. It means not forcing something God hasn't released yet. We struggle with this because the world equates stillness with failure. But Scripture says the opposite. Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Being still is active faith. It's saying, Lord, I could try to make this happen myself, but I trust your way more than mine. Let's be real, sitting with it can be uncomfortable. The uncertainty makes you anxious. Watching others move ahead makes you feel behind. The silence of God can feel like rejection, but it's in that discomfort that your faith muscles grow. Faith isn't proven in motion, it's proven in the waiting room. How to sit with it? Well, if God is keeping you in place, here's how you can wait in a way that honors Him. Seek His presence. Daily use the still season to deepen your prayer life and Bible reading. You're not just passing time, you're investing it. Stop comparing your journey. Everyone has their own timeline. Just because they move forward doesn't mean you're behind. You're on God's schedule. Ask God what He's teaching you instead of asking, when will this end? Start asking, Lord, what are you showing me right now? Stay faithful in small things. In Luke 16:10, Jesus says, whoever is faithful in little will be faithful in much. Sometimes God keeps you in a small assignment to see if you'll be faithful before giving you a bigger one. Closing, God moves. When it's time, 5:30 to 8 p.m. The season you're in is not wasted. It might feel like nothing's happening, but roots are growing, faith is forming, and character is being built. When it's time, God will move you. And when He does, you'll be ready, not just for the next season, but for the weight of His calling. Isaiah 40:31 reminds us, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." So if you're in a place where God hasn't moved you yet, sit with it. Not with frustration, not with fear, but with faith that the one who placed you there is doing something far greater than you can see right now. Because sometimes the holiest thing you can do is stay exactly where God has you.